Yeah. Just shoot your gun. Shoot your gun. Shoot it. Just shoot. Yeah. More like that. More like that. Show it. One thing about the CAR-15 is whether you like the gun or not, you have no choice. You must use the gun. And with a ton of players coming to Delta Force due to the console release, I felt like I should cook up a CAR-15 build for these players. And the cool thing about the CAR-15 is when Delta Force gives you this gun, they actually give you the gun at max level. Like the gun is fully maxed, so anybody can pick it up and anybody can use the build I'm about to show in this video. But before we get into everything, guys, if you want to purchase in-game coins, it doesn't really have to be for Delta Force, it can be for any game at all. Head over to Top Up Live and you can do that by clicking the link in the video description. And if you use my discount code, you are going to get 12% off of any purchase you make on the site. They have a ton of games to choose from, and to set up an account is also very easy. Navigating the site is easy, so you can go in there, select the game you want to top up in, put in your in-game ID, put in my discount code, and go to pay. And when you pay, you have a ton of payment methods to choose from, so you can choose the one you are actually comfortable with. So back to the CAR-15. You see, the CAR-15 is actually a very cool gun because it has a ton of attachments, so you can customize this gun to how you feel. And so I'm going to show you like one of the best customizations I feel this CAR-15 can get. And also at the same time, I don't really like the CAR-15. Like, I have a ton of ARs that I will put above the CAR-15, but for someone starting the game out, the CAR-15 might be a gun that you might actually fall in love with, because if you take a look at the CAR-15, the fire rate is 632, and to be honest, you can't say it's too little, but at the same time you can't say it's actually much, because you see guns like the SG552 with the fire rate of 906 RPM. You also see rifles like the AUG 679, higher than the CAR-15. And if you check assault class that can also use the CAR-15, you can see the AK-12 at 735 RPM. So yeah, there are a ton of ARs I will put ahead of the CAR-15, but at the same time it's not really a bad gun. So let's just go over the attachments in case you want to try it out for yourself. And guys, if you try out my builds, leave me a like, leave me subscribe to the channel, and also tell me what you feel about it in the comment section, you know, because my builds are like my babies. You know, I create a baby and I give it to you, and then you check out what the hell am I even saying? Like, my builds are my creations, basically. I give it to you and I also want your feedback, you know, just like me going to the kitchen, I cook a food and then I give it to you to taste. You know, when you taste it, you need to tell me if it's sweet, if it's sour, if it's bitter. You know, I just need feedback. So please, every time you watch my videos about loadouts, please just give me your feedback in the comment section. So back to the CAR-15. So for the barrel, we're going with the AR Gabriel long barrel, and the cool thing about the CAR-15 is it has a ton of barrels to choose from, so you can be unique. You know, you can change your play style, change the way the gun is to match your play style. But just try this, the AR Gabriel long barrel. It gives range and muzzle velocity, control, and also stability. Although it takes a ton of the handling, is still not bad, because the CAR-15 actually has a lot of handling, because as you can see, the handling is still 44. It's not even that bad after the whole calibration and everything. So for the muzzle, we went with the Sandstorm vertical compensator to reduce that vertical recoil. I love reducing that vertical recoil, guys. Like, vertical recoil, you need to calm down, bro. Then for the foregrip, we went with the RKO foregrip, giving us vertical control, vertical firing stability, and vertical firing camera stability. So the reason why I didn't go for the resonant ergonomic grip, even though it gives us the same vertical stats, even like you could say it's even better, is because I didn't want to affect my handling and horizontal control. So we had to just, you know, go for the RKO foregrip. And then for the mag, we went with the 45 round mag. I didn't want the 60. It's going to like reduce control, reduce handling, and I didn't want any of that, so we just settled for the 45. And it's not even bad. If you play with this gun, you're actually going to notice that it's not even bad. And for the rear grip, we went with the Phantom rear grip, giving us control and handling, even though it kind of like affected our stability. But this gun, it has a lot of stability too, so you're not really losing anything there. And for the stock, we went with the 416 stable stock. So this stock is actually cool. Like, you know, you could say there are a ton of better stocks, but I feel like the 416 is a good match. you know, because if you look at the previous stats, it took our stability. This gave us back stability. So I'm just trying to, you know, I take away one stat for one stat and then I bring back that stat without affecting the other stat. Like you get what I mean? And then for our optic, we went with this. I try to be unique with my optic this time around. Normally I go for this one. I think it's the panoramic red dot sight. Where is it at? Yeah, where's my panoramic red dot sight? Where's my panoramic red dot sight? Yeah, it is. I normally would have gone for this, but I felt like this one kind of matches the gun. And then for the patches, we just went with the DD Python hangar, like, you know, the patches. But for the right rail, I like putting my lasers at the right rail. I went for the red laser. You can choose any laser you like. But one thing I'll tell you guys is this, like, always have a laser on your gun. It helps with your ADS speed, because as you can see right here, when the laser light combo is on, your handling increases, your accuracy increases. Like, tactical holding stance is possible. And if you don't know what tactical holding stance is, this is what it is. This is what it is. So you have a ton of benefits. The only time you see the negative side of a laser is when you turn it off. So always have a laser on your gun. And I think that is all of it. And then for the calibrations, for the barrel, we had everything set to the right. For the foregrip, we have to put it like this, giving us that control and also ADS movement speed. And then for the rear grip, we have it like this. The weight limit set to the right, extra control and hip fire aim speed. And then for the stock, we have it all set to the left, giving us ADS speed and, you know, aiming stability while breathing. And for the optic, this is how I set my optic. And you can also try using it for yourself and seeing how it goes. So yeah, I do hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please do not forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, because I love Delta Force. And if you do, there's no harm, there's no regret if you click the subscribe button on this channel, because we love Delta Force here. You know, we love everything Delta Force. And yeah, I hope this video was nice. I also want your feedback, especially if you're new to the channel, because if you're not new, you're probably like, yeah, Fade, I know you, bruh. I know you, you're the GOAT, I know you already. But if you're new, you're probably like, who the hell is this GOAT? Like, who's this guy? You know, I know you probably asking questions like that, but still, I know things can be better. Videos quality, everything can be better. Give me your feedback in the comment section. I really need that. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. See. Nice, you got some cues.